Picture this. It's 1929. The world is on the brink of the Great Depression. But in the world of literature, something strange and terrifying is about to be unleashed. A book hits the shelves that will forever change the landscape of horror. It's called The Magic Island, written by an eccentric adventurer named William Seabrook. And this book is the reason we know the word zombie. Before The Magic Island, the concept of the Walking Dead was virtually unknown in the West. There were ghouls, vampires, and Frankenstein's monster, but the zombie? That was a terrifying secret hidden deep in the heart of Haiti. Seabrook's book wasn't just a story. It was a semi-autobiographical account of his travels and his deep dive into the world of Haitian voodoo, or, as it's more popularly known, voodoo. He didn't just write about it from a distance. He lived it. He claimed to have participated in rituals, witnessed ceremonies, and heard tales that would make your blood run cold. The book was an instant sensation. Readers were completely captivated by its sensational and often shocking portrayal of a culture they knew nothing about. Seabrook painted a picture of Haiti as a land steeped in mysticism and supernatural power. He described voodoo not just as a religion, but as a potent, tangible force capable of incredible and frankly terrifying things. The most sensational of these was, of course, the creation of zombies. According to Seabrook's account, a boker, or a sorcerer who practices dark magic, could steal a person's soul, leaving behind a mindless, soulless body, a zombie. This creature would then be forced to work as an eternal slave, often on sugar plantations. It was a chilling concept that tapped into primal fears of losing one's free will, of becoming a puppet without a soul. The Magic Island didn't hold back on the details. Seabrook's writing was vivid, lurid, and designed to shock. He described blood-drinking ceremonies in graphic detail, spoke of rituals where souls were supposedly transferred from one body to another, and depicted intense possession ceremonies where spirits would take over a person's body. For a Western audience in the 1920s, this was a glimpse into a world that felt both ancient and alien. It was the ultimate occult thriller, and it was presented as fact. This book single-handedly sparked a massive wave of interest in what was seen as the dark, mysterious side of Caribbean culture. It fed a public hunger for the exotic and the forbidden. Now, it's crucial to understand that The Magic Island is a deeply controversial book. From a modern perspective, and even by some critics at the time, it was seen as highly exploitative and sensationalized. Seabrook was a showman. He knew how to sell a story, and many believe he exaggerated or even fabricated parts of his account to make it more appealing to a Western audience. He presented a version of voodoo that focused almost exclusively on its most extreme and frightening aspects, ignoring the fact that for millions of Haitians, voodoo is a legitimate and complex spiritual system. It's a religion of healing, community, and ancestral reverence. Seabrook's portrayal flattened this rich tradition into a one-dimensional caricature of black magic and zombies. This created a lasting and often harmful stereotype that has been difficult to shake, one that the horror genre has unfortunately perpetuated for decades. Despite its problematic nature, the book's influence is undeniable. It was the patient zero for the zombie phenomenon in popular culture. Every zombie you've ever seen on screen, from the slow, shambling ghouls in George Romero, Night of the Living Dead, to the fast-moving infected in 28 Days Later, owes its existence in some small way to William Seabrook. Before Romero's films reimagined the zombie as a flesh-eating monster created by a virus or radiation, the zombie was a product of Haitian magic. The original zombie wasn't a contagious monster, it was a victim. A person enslaved by a sorcerer, their will stolen away. The first movie to feature zombies, White Zombie, from 1932 starring Bela Lugosi, drew its inspiration directly from Seabrook's book. The film tells the story of a man who uses a voodoo master to turn a woman he desires into a zombie slave. It was the Magic Island brought to the silver screen. Seabrook himself was a character as strange as any in his books. He was a journalist, an occultist, and a world traveler who embedded himself in different cultures. He once lived with a Bedouin tribe in the Arabian desert, and even claimed to have partaken in a cannibalistic feast with a tribe in West Africa, an experience he later described in his book Jungle Ways. He was drawn to the fringes of society, to practices and beliefs that mainstream society found shocking. His interest in voodoo was part of this larger pattern of seeking out the extreme. He was a man chasing experiences that would test the boundaries of his own understanding, and then packaging those experiences for a public that was hungry for adventure, but from the safety of their armchairs. So when you think about the history of zombies, you have to go back further than the classic horror films. You have to go back to this one book from 1929. The Magic Island is a fascinating historical artifact. It's a window into the fears, prejudices, and fascinations of its time. It is a powerful example of how one story can capture the public imagination and create an entire genre. It remains a foundational text for anyone interested in the history of the occult, the origins of modern horror fiction, or the complex and often misunderstood spiritual traditions of Haiti. The book took a real-world belief, twisted it through a lens of sensationalism, and created a monster that has been shuffling through our nightmares ever since. The story of the zombie begins not in a lab or a graveyard, but on a magic island, in the pages of a book that dared to explore the line between life and death. It's a powerful reminder of the impact storytelling can have, for better or for worse. It shaped how an entire generation viewed a culture and a religion, while simultaneously birthing one of the most enduring monsters in popular fiction. A zombie isn't just a monster. It's a cultural echo, a distorted reflection of real-world fears about slavery, control, and the loss of self. And it all started with one man's journey to Haiti and the sensational stories he brought back with him. So next time you're watching a zombie apocalypse movie, remember William Seabrook and his controversial, but undeniably influential, masterpiece of horror journalism. Thank you so much for watching. If you're fascinated by the hidden histories behind our favorite monsters, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the strange and wonderful world of folklore and pop culture. See you in the next one.